Hello.
Welcome back, finally, to the next episode of the Strings Attached Mother and Daughter Knitting and All Things String podcast, where you might find a crochet hook in your ear.
Yeah.
Got something on your face.
Oh, probably food. I don't know.
I don't know what it was. It's off now. Anyway, I'm Mallory.
I'm Frida.
And we're filming out in the garage again today because my husband's inside watching the kids. And this is the best we could do.
It's bright.
It's been like 2 months since we podcasted.
It's been 5 weeks probably.
It's been eventful. We've had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I had a vacation. Just a lot of family stuff has happened, and it's been busy. Busy.
Yeah, has been.
So I had a couple weird work schedule weeks, and just this is the best we could get done.
Yeah, so here we are, finally.
Yeah, finally back.
We're back.
So anyway, but we have a lot of stuff to show because we've been gone for so long, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Be full of content this time.
Yeah, I've got a lot of,
Yeah,
whips.
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I've been starting stuff.
Project bags over there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go first, I guess, because
Go ahead.
the last time I was almost done with this. I might as well just get that out of the way. I finished the DK socks I was working on last time, and I've already been wearing them quite a bit. These are going to be like house socks for me.
Do you like them?
Not as well as fingering weight, but yeah.
Around the house?
Yeah, I like them. I don't know if it's necessarily the DK that I don't like about this as much as the yarn.
Oh.
This yarn is just not for me, I don't think. It's a little bit hairy.
Oh, got a little bit
You see
of
all those
halo.
little like hairs in it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit too commercial for my feet. I do like the hand dyed yarn for my socks. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but this is the oh boy, Seven Brothers. I can't remember exactly. Novita, maybe? Novita was the brand of the yarn, and Seven Brother was the base, and Korpi, I think, was the colorway. Anyway, I don't really like how it pooled very well. It's not, I don't know. They're not like bad. They kind of remind me of like Indiana University colors. Like
a little bit, crimson and cream.
Yeah, cream and crimson or whatever. But yeah, I've been wearing them around the house, and they're warm and cozy, and I'll make another pair of DK socks. I just think I'll use more of a softer type yarn.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I did the Crazy Sock Ladies DK, but I used, instead of size 3 needles, I used size 2 needles. Because the size 3s, like, were going to be huge. Somebody told me that this is actually worsted weight yarn, even though it's listed as DK on webs. So maybe that's why they were too big. But either way, I did the 48 stitches on a size 2 needle. And I just kind of I think I did more rows of the cuff just to make it better.
Yeah, the yarn itself does look pretty thick.
It is pretty thick. So anyway, it worked out. They fit and stuff. So I made it happen. I made it work. But I think I'll do, next time I do a pair of DK, I'll do a little bit softer yarn. Just because.
Smaller yarn too, regular DK.
Well, that's what that said that was.
I know.
So I don't know. I didn't do a gauge swatch or anything.
They worked.
Yeah. Okay, and then I have 2 more FOs to show. I didn't talk about these at all. These are brand new. Started and finished within the last however many weeks you said it's been. We took the girls to see Paw Patrol live back early April, I think. And I wanted to make them, I don't think I talked about this at all, did I?
I don't remember, and I've watched the podcast
Okay.
fairly recently, but I don't remember you talking about them.
Okay. So I wanted to make them Paw Patrol hats. So I found these patterns on Ravelry by Kismet Crochet. So if you know Paw Patrol at all, this is the Skye Hat. She's a dog that flies a helicopter, and her name is Skye. So this is her hat. And again, this is the Kismet, Kismet Crochet Paw Patrol Skye Hat. And then here's my version. And my kids have been wearing these.
They have.
And I can post some pictures of them wearing them too. So yeah, it's got the little loopy loop ears. I forget what that stitch was called, but that was fun. You kind of hold your finger out and crochet while your finger's held out, so it makes this little loop. And then you just sew them on. The goggles, you make all this stuff separately and sew it all on together. And then on this hat, I think I did a little bit different from what the pattern said to do on this border, but now I can't remember exactly what I modified. The pink border that goes around it.
Single crochet.
Oh, I know one thing I did. I did a row of it was either single crochet or like a slip stitch thing all the way around. I can't remember. But I did a row of the light pink before I did the hot pink. Because I didn't like the way down here, like when you're going down the sides of your rows.
It was bumpy.
Well, you could see like the hot pink, you could see where I inserted the needle and made like these little.
It wasn't even looking.
Yeah, so I just did a nice solid row of the light pink all the way around and then added in my border of hot pink. And then you make this little strap and then these little ties. They've been heavily worn, so they're already starting to get fuzzy but I don't care. I want the girls to wear them as much as they can. They were fun, but they were a lot of work. But I was so focused. When I was making these...
She had a blast making them.
I did, and I was just like, all I wanted to do was sit and work on them.
Yeah.
And I just had a good time. So that's my Skye one. So that was Maggie's. And then the other one is the Paw Patrol Everest Hat by Kismet Crochet as well. And this one was really fun. I have made 2 of these now. I did not do all the embellishments on the second one. Or I guess technically it was the first one, but I did make the hat.
It was too big or something?
It was huge. It fit me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I made the second one and I made the smaller size. And it fits perfectly for Alice. So this is the Everest hat. So yeah, on the first one I made, I have all the hat except for the ears and the little earmuff things all made. So when she gets bigger, I could just finish it and she can still have it.
She'll be out of Paw Patrol then.
Yeah, but that's why I just put it to the side. Maybe I'll give it to somebody as a gift someday or something. So yeah, the ears were fun. And the white yarn. So the hat, you actually make the whole hat. And then you attach the white yarn here, crochet all the way down to the bottom, and then crochet it onto the bottom. So this is a really thick, warm hat.
Yeah, it's a warm hat.
Yeah, and this is, this yarn is called, oh man, I can't remember. I'll put it in the description, but it's a yarn from Joann's, and it's just like a fuzzy, it's real hard to see what you're doing. So if you actually could see my stitches, they're probably awful. Because by the end, I was just kind of like, I don't really know if I'm in the right place, but whatever.
Well, there's no holes. So.
Yeah, you can't see anything. So, but yeah, this is my little Everest hat for Alice. So yeah, and I'll put pictures on here of them wearing them.
And Everest likes to be in the mountains.
Yeah, she's a mountain ski.
Did you show her pattern?
She skis. Yes.
Okay.
She skis and stuff. So,
yeah.
But those patterns are like however many pages long.
Oh my.
There's a lot of pages. 26 pages.
Every row was talked about.
No, it's like 3 different sizes, but that's a thick booklet of. Of pattern. But it was really fun making those. I had a really good time. I got those 2 hats done in 2 weeks. Actually, 2.5 hats.
Oh yeah, you just went to town with them.
Because it was just really fun to make. And it's all just acrylic yarn. Some of it we already had. I dug through our stuff, and some of it I bought just acrylic, like Red Heart. Or no, I didn't buy Red Heart. I bought Lion Brand. Yeah. I think, and Vanish Choice, I think was one of them. But yeah, worked out well. So those are all my FOs this time.
I don't have any FOs.
Oh, okay. All right.
No FOs.
Didn't you finish a quilt?
I didn't get it finished.
Oh, I thought you did.
I just got 2 stars to quilt and it's done. We've shown it a bunch of times. I'm not going to show it again. Even when I finish it, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm done with quilts for a while.
Over it?
Yeah.
I've been kind of over everything. I haven't worked on anything for 2 weeks, honestly.
Yeah, so what are you knitting on? Nothing.
Just sometimes I don't want to. I just don't want to. I just want to break. Let my hands rest for a while.
I didn't knit probably for a week or so, and then I've been trying to knit, but I'm just going from one thing to another. I'm not finishing anything.
Oh, well.
But I'm trying to finish one thing, but still hopping around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, FOs then.
Want to talk about what we got on?
I will talk about mine later. You can talk about yours.
If I want to. I mean, you have to talk about it because I forget what it's called.
This is the Anchor Summer Tee.
Yeah, it's a short-sleeved cotton. I think it's cotton.
By Petite Knit.
And I made it out of, I found this, I've had a thing left. Sarasota Cascade yarns, it's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. Yeah. I had one left. So anyway, I don't know why I even thought about that. Okay. You want me to go start?
Yeah.
Or just go back and forth?
Start in with your...
Okay. This one I had last time. I had it to here.
Oh wow, yeah, you have done a lot since the
Yeah,
last one.
so I've done all this. I was going to have you try it on, but I never did, so I just went ahead
It'll
and
be
finished
okay.
it.
So this is obviously, everyone knows, it's a throw over by Andrea Mallory. Mom is using Barocco Vintage. And, I'll
And
put the
this
colors
is
down.
dark denim.
It's okay.
I've seen it in all those colors.
Yeah, I'll put them down.
So I'm on the arm. I've got it's cast off at the bottom, and I'm on one of the arms.
It looks like it's going to fit perfectly.
Yeah, it's stretchier than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to make it the same length as the other one because you said that was the size.
I can't wait.
So
So pretty.
anyway, that yarn is really soft.
It is soft. It'll be even softer after we steam it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Because I used that yarn when I made the same sweater for my sister Becky, and it turned out really nice.
Now remember this one? Okay, it was so dirty. You know, we talked about how it was floating in the air.
It was like getting in our throat, like.
So I blocked it. It's still got hair on it. That could be new hair. Anyway, I blocked it and got the dirt out so I could actually work with it.
Because that sweater, you've been working on that for years.
And I washed that too.
What'd you do? Just soak it all in the sink and just kind of squish it around?
I just washed it in the sink.
Yeah.
And let it dry. And I've started my rapid decrease. I'm just really rapid decreasing.
Oh,
it.
so tell how you ripped the sleeve out.
Yeah, I ripped the sleeve out.
We laughed about how big the sleeve. It was like this big.
Yeah. So I ripped it clear down to where, it was attached there.
Yeah.
So it's still big.
Yeah.
But I'm really doing a rapid decrease on it, and that's what I'm doing there.
So the pattern is the Neckdown Pullover for Men by Knitting Pure and Simple.
Yeah, and the yarn was Galway. What's that
Plymouth
brand?
Galway.
Plymouth Galway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's old.
It's old stuff.
Old project.
Okay.
But get it done. Then it'll be off your mind.
So
forever.
I'm just kind of going back and forth on stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been working on my sock.
Mom's making a sock.
So
Look how good you're doing. So good.
Yeah, so I'm on the foot part.
Are you enjoying it at all?
Yeah.
It's nice to have something little in your hands sometimes.
Yeah,
I think.
sometimes I've been enjoying it. There goes my crochet hook. I got a story about that crochet hook, but where'd it go?
Well, you could have just. It's way over here. Hang on. Oh, I'm about to say.
Oops. Anyway, so I got that much done.
Cool. So you're all through the
That's
heel
pretty good for me.
and the gusset.
Yeah. And I picked that up. I watched, Crazy Sock Lady.
Mm-hmm.
And
It looks really good. Mom.
Yeah.
That yarn was something we talked about it last time. Something I found at It was like a. Yeah.
Whatever you call it, yarn, where they resold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some stash that was resold. So that's my sock. And okay, I think I've started 3 more things since the last podcast. I'm not going to show that one first.
Why not?
I don't know. Just don't want to. Okay, this one I'm doing is Knitting Pure and Simple.
Same thing.
Neck down summer cardigan, but I'm going to make long sleeves if I have enough yarn.
Or same designer, I mean.
Same designer, yeah. So, yikes. I'm that far on it, and it's got, that pretty little, just a plain sweater, but it's got that,
The eyelet.
the eyelet, yeah, from the,
That's pretty. I love her patterns.
Yeah.
They're all just plain, and they are just pure and simple.
and I
Nothing
wanted
fancy.
a cardigan, and I've had this yarn for a while. This yarn is, I don't think I've got a wrap.
It was Universal Yarn.
Yeah,
And we got it at the Clay Pearl in Little Nashville.
yeah. I have to get the color.
Yeah, well, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll find
But
it.
it's like a robin egg blue kind of color with speckled tweed.
Yeah, I've been trying to find something
It's
to
gonna be
make out of
that
it.
is gonna be really like wearable.
I think so.
Like you could just wear that anytime.
Like with this, has got a lot of brown
Yeah.
flakes in it. It'd be pretty with brown wooden buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or black.
or black.
Yeah. Pretty.
There's the thing I was looking for.
I like that yarn.
Yeah, and
What's that lime green?
well, that's an acquisition.
Oh.
And then the other day I said I am going to start. This is all I've got done. Autumn League.
Oh, you've had this yarn for a long time.
I've had it for a while. It's cotton jeans, I think it's called.
In the charcoal color.
It's a charcoal. I have a navy one that I made.
And she wears it
I
all the time.
wear it all the time. The only thing different I would do is I made the sleeves too short on it because yours was so long. I shortened mine, and they're actually a little too short.
Too short.
So I'm going to make this like the pattern says,
Yeah.
instead of, And I haven't got the little X made. I'm just getting close to where you make that little X. Anyway, it is started.
Because instead of short rows in this pattern, she has you work like
It's different.
not in the round for a while, and then you join in the round, and then you start doing the little crisscross. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's exactly how Knitting Pure and Simple builds all her sweaters.
yeah.
There's no short rows in her stuff.
No, there's not any short rows in her stuff because I didn't even know hardly how to do short rows.
I knitted basically only Knitting Pure and Simple patterns for like the first 10 years of me making sweaters.
Yeah, every time we'd go to the yarn shop, we'd go, oh, here's another one.
Yeah, yeah. So short rows seemed like a new thing to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? What is this? You know,
Yeah,
but they're easy now. I got it down now.
I never know.
I always do German, no matter what the pattern says.
Yeah, me too.
I always do the German ones.
So much easier.
Yes.
It doesn't show. Okay, and then I started, this is Daisy Farm Crafts. It's the crochet herringbone half gingham blanket.
Pretty, here, I'll hold it right there.
Yeah. And I'm using the gray and white, and I don't know what this is.
It's all I love this yarn though, isn't it? Well, that
No,
one's
this is
Twist.
Big Twist.
But it's all just like acrylic stuff from
Yeah.
craft stores.
And I had a whole bunch of homespun, is that what it's called? Heartland.
Oh yeah.
Heartland.
It's almost too soft.
And that's what I made my fall one, and it's just too soft. And I even had to start, and I thought, no, I don't want another one of those. I just want regular acrylic yarn. So
Yeah.
when I picked this pattern, I had these already. I'll have to buy more. But
You gotta figure out what that charcoal is? I
Well,
think it's I love this yarn.
I love this yarn.
Oh, okay, from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, so I think I can find it.
Yeah.
And I've got, I think it takes 12 rows to make a square, and I'm on my 6th row. And so there's, you know, you can kind of tell big squares. And I made it really wide. I may be sorry because it'll take forever.
Is this the same pattern that you made me, the green?
This is a herringbone. I think it's a little different.
Different stitch?
Okay, cool. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, because that one you made me was just double crochet. This looks more dense.
I looked for the double crochet one. I couldn't find that
This
pattern.
is more, I think we just made it up from her baby blanket. Like we just made the baby blanket made it bigger. But this looks more dense. I like the thickness of that.
Yeah, this
You're
looks
really-
funny right here,
you're
but
really
it's just
warm.
that gray.
Yeah, it's okay.
It had a thing of white
I
stuck
don't
in
think
it.
you'll ever notice it.
I don't think so. And then, of course, the next row will be the light gray and then the dark gray. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm having kind of fun with that one. Anyway, today I was crocheting on it, and I had the girls here. I got up for something, and I went back and where'd my crochet hook? And they had all my crochet hooks out.
They like to play with Shea hooks, they call them.
Yeah, they're still out, as a matter
They
of
like
fact.
to play with them.
But I couldn't find, they wanted the pretty colored one, which was this one. And I gave that to them. I thought, I'll just use a metal one for a while, you know. And
You're so much nicer
I
than me.
answered,
You have my hook.
I answered the phone, and I couldn't find that hook. I mean, I looked and looked for that hook.
I remember you saying, do you know where my hook is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was in the other room.
So about an hour and a half or 2 hours maybe later, the hook was in my ear.
I was there the whole time.
It was there the whole time.
And now you can't keep it in there. It keeps falling out.
I know. Well, now I've got it in there pretty good under my glasses. see.
It was.
It's kind of like you're walking around and talking to somebody, and you say, "Where's my phone?"
You're talking.
Or you have your glasses on your head. Where's my glasses?
Yeah, that right there is my. That takes me back to childhood.
I always kept a pencil there.
Ink pen.
Well, yeah, the black ink
It was a
pen.
Paper Mate ballpoint,
medium ballpoint.
ballpoint ink. The cat gone, thrown in the trash can.
Oh yeah, I never kept a
She
cat.
hated the cats. The pen would just be like rolling because the cat.
I
She
had
always
to have
threw it
a
away.
pen all the time. I didn't want to stick it in my pocket and get ink all over you.
Because so my parents owned their own business and mom was the. You were more than just a secretary. You're like the, I don't know,
I done it all.
partner.
I was the partner, but I mean,
Dad
I
was like the manual
secretary,
labor and-
but I was the person that wrote out all the tickets when someone came.
Payroll.
Everything was a pen.
Back then there was no like smartphones, so
Well, and I answered the phone and taking orders and directions. You got to have a pen.
yeah, so they had to make deliveries. So mom had to do like maps and
Yeah.
MapQuest and stuff, and she'd print it all out and then she'd write on there. But yeah, she had her Paper Mate pen my
Oh.
whole life right there,
Yeah.
all day long.
It's a wonder
from
I
the beginning
didn't.
to end of the day.
It's a wonder I didn't have a solid ink blob on my
I've never
skull.
seen anyone else put a pin there.
Really?
No, that is like not when you put that in your ear. It was like whoosh, took me back. Because I haven't seen somebody do that ever again. Just you.
People don't use pens now. They just use the
No, but it's just funny. That was just like how you lived.
We
when I was
had-
growing up, that was you. You had a pen.
We had, I think my brother did it too, a builder. And when he always came in, and I think Jerry did this some too, but this other guy, he had his cap on, you know, his cap. He always had a pencil right here. Always. There was a pencil right here in his hat. But it made sense.
Was that Bubba?
No, it was actually
Oh, okay.
Jim.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he always had a pencil, always remembering. Because as a builder, you're constantly marking boards
Yeah.
and, you know, measuring stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that was my pen.
That was just so funny.
Yeah.
My mind went back to the shop days.
Oh, well, there's a lot of things that goes back to the shop days.
Yep.
Well, I went really fast through them.
That's okay. We don't have a lot of time, so I
No.
apologize. We're going to be kind of... That's all of them?
Huh?
That's all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You sure?
She said, are you taking all them bags out there? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags.
Yeah.
I showed that one, I showed that one, I showed that, and that. and
What's
that.
the one that you said, oh, I don't want to show that one right now? Did you already go back to that?
Yeah, I went back to
Oh,
it. That was
okay.
my Autumn League.
All right, well, I'll show my whips. I don't have as many, but, you know. Okay, last time I showed this yarn, it's,
Oh, that's pretty.
Wonderland Yarns. Mary Ann is the base. And I cannot remember what the colorway name was right now. But anyway, it's like a brown and pink, swirly, pretty.
Yeah, you showed the yarn last time, didn't you?
Yeah,
And
I
the
had
skein.
just bought it, yeah. And I have so many skeins of sock yarn. And
You do really?
I do at this point. And then this one was like the most newest one that I bought. And I was like, I have to cast that on. I had to.
Well, maybe when I get done with my purple, I'll buy some of yours.
Buy it. I don't want to give it to you. I want it all. Get your own. Okay, so I started a sock
I'm
with
just
it.
trying to help you out with your stuff.
No, I'll use it all. I cannot remember what I'm making.
Hey, I gave you yarn
You did?
since the last podcast for a sweater.
Oh, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to give you any of mine. These are called Wizardy socks, and they're by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. And they're just a nice, easy, simple textured sock pattern.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah. I've made Obata now a million times. I thought, okay, I got to make something else.
I can't even make it.
That's all right. You're getting there. So here I am. And it's making like, if these were vanilla, I feel like it would make like a spirally swirl. Like it would look like potions or something.
Swirly
You know
woo.
what? It might have been called something with potions. The color.
I remember you saying something about potions last time.
Yeah. Love potion or I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, here we go. And I'm using this pink. I've had this pink for a while now. I hope I have enough to do heels and toes on both two socks. So we'll see. Because this is all I have left of it. And it's the lumberjack yarn bubblegum splash or something like that. I made a whole pair of socks with it. And then I used it in stripes in a little shorty pair that I made. So I hope I have enough. I'm not doing the cuff up here. I'm just doing the heel and the toe. So hopefully I have enough.
Well, there's what it would look like if it was vanilla.
Yeah. But I think if it was, it would be kind of swirly.
Okay.
Because that was kind of where it got kind of messed up here where I did the heel, you know. But then now it's getting down in there. You can see it's getting back into it's not necessarily striped. It's kind of going like that
It's
a
real
little bit.
pretty. I like the yarn.
Yeah, and the Wonderland yarns, is my favorite so far that I've used. I love
Did you
it.
get that in Nashville?
Yeah, I did.
Is that a local yarn?
No, I think it's Vermont, but it's hand-dyed. But yeah, it's not local. But you can usually get it at a local store. A lot of people have it. So, okay, that's my current sock. And then my other whip, I think I showed this maybe once. I've already made one of these, so I'm on the second one.
I think you did show it.
And I had barely had it started, maybe?
Yeah, something.
Okay. So I'm making another of the, what are these called? Ripple? But it was chic chevron throw. Only I just made it smaller for the girls. So I made one that I started with pink on the last one. So it's the same color, same stuff. I just kind of switched up the pattern of the striping. And I only have, let's see, I started with turquoise. And I'm on pink now. So I have to finish my pink row, which I think I just have one more row.
And the multi.
And then I have a multi-stripe and then one more blue stripe. So I have 2.5 more stripes in this length that'll be done. So I'll have it done by next time.
Yeah, and there's not as many. Like a big African has 6 rows. This only has 4 per stripe.
Yep. And this is kind of what I'm working on right now. when I sit down because I don't really want to work on anything, and this is mindless. So
I was going to make the ripple, and I decided
we've made so
we've
many.
had enough ripples.
Yeah.
So that's why I did the gingham.
Yeah. Where'd my hook go?
Right there.
Oh, right there.
Should have stuck it in your ear.
Those hooks are easy to lose.
Yeah.
So that's all. All that yarn is just, I love this yarn, and I'll put the colors in the description. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. They make good blankets. That yarn makes good blankets.
They do. It does. It's good acrylic yarn.
And yeah, it's acrylic, but do I want to lay under a wool blanket that costs $400 to make?
Most people use acrylic, unless you're using up scrap wool. Like a lot of them are using scrap wool and making the variegated type blankets or whatever.
There's that, by the way, the pattern.
Oh yeah, I might need that.
And then my last whip. So I was over here one day and I didn't have anything with me. I was like, Mom, you got any yarn? I want to start. I want to start something. And she had this yarn for a while, and she's like, well, I have that orange yarn. I was like, I have it. She's
I was going to make that Nyla thing
guess.
out of it.
She's like, I guess. I'm like, okay.
It's
So
a color.
It is. So I've had my eyeball on that yarn since you bought it.
I know.
So I started.
In fact, wasn't it going to be yours? It was going to be yours.
Yeah.
And then
Something I bought.
she picked out other yarn about that same color, and I said, I'm not giving her 2 things of yarn for Christmas the same color.
Yeah.
But you got it anyway. Happy birthday.
I always get what I want. Okay, so what I'm doing is, I wanted to make.
That's so nice.
I know. I wanted to make a.
I want one.
You're making one. I wanted to make a mindless sweater because the only other sweater that I'm currently working on right now is my Zalptis sweater, and I'm in a problem phase with it. I talked about it last time. I think I've came to terms that I'm gonna have to rip the cuff off.
Yeah.
And I've had a good long, like 2 months of not even looking at it to like let my heartbreak kind of calm down. I was gonna like, it's not steak, but I was gonna like cut it and because I just couldn't bear to rip it out. But I think I am just gonna rip it out because the cuff on it is too small.
It's too small.
It's gonna cinch in and make me look like a mushroom.
And it was too long.
And it's too long for sure. But I was gonna cut some of it off and just put the cuff back on, graft it back on. But I think the cuff's too tight, and I think it's no matter what, it's gonna hit me. And then the sweater is oversized, so it's gonna, yeah. So I think I've come to terms with the fact that cuff is getting ripped out. And it was a lot of work. But anyway, let's not talk about that. That's depressing. So I was like, I gotta work on something easy and fun that I don't have to like get depressed about, and I don't have to, think too much on. So what I did is I started a Knitting Pure and Simple Neckdown men's pullover, the one that I've made 5,000 times for everybody. But
it's like when you get on.
Just like that's exactly why I wore this. It's this. I started this basically, and this was the size small years ago I made, and this is worsted weight cotton yarn. So Mom's yarn that she gave me is DK. So I thought, okay, I better make the medium size instead of the small.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
And then the pattern calls for a size 9 knitting needle. And since I was using DK, I thought that would be too loose of a gauge. So I went down to a size 8 knitting needle as well. So I thought, okay, I gotta make the medium size. So I went up a size. So, okay, started that. It took me like 3 or 4 starts to
Does it look like it's fitting?
Yeah, I tried it on. It fits perfectly.
Okay,
great. But yeah, I think I ripped it out and started it like 3 times. Just because I would start it and be like, oh no, that gauge isn't good, whatever. But I didn't knit very far, just like, 5 rows or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I finally got my mind made up on what size to make and all, what needle to use and all that stuff. And when I got to where, like I said earlier, she doesn't do short rows. So when I got to where instead of going back and forth, like from here to here and then back, and then when you actually join, she has you cast on like, I don't remember, like 12 or 13 stitches right here. And that is like exactly how many stitches the Autumn League Pullover calls for to do that X.
That's true.
So I put the X in. So I'm kind of making an Autumn League Pullover, but I'm not using the Autumn League Pullover pattern because it didn't really fit me that well.
No.
But this sweater fits me perfectly. This is like my favorite all time sweater. So I think it's gonna be fantastic. So I kind of joined 2 patterns together.
The yarn's really nice.
Yep. So I like the way that Knitting Pure and Simple does her raglan. It's my favorite way I've ever done it, and I'm just used to it too. So it's just so easy for me because I've made this. I've made her pattern so many times, and she always does it the same way. So yeah, all I had to do differently was just add in the Autumn League Pullover X, and then I followed the Knitting Pure and Simple pattern, except for since I'm making the medium, the amount of stitches on the arms was way too many. Because I got like, I started the arm and I got like this far down and the arm was way too big.
Maybe that's what happened to me.
Maybe. I wasn't in proportion.
In that brown sweater.
Maybe. I wasn't in proportion with my body to my arm since I like messed up the gauge of the original pattern, you know? So I had all that knitted and I thought, I'm not going to like that. So I ripped it out and then I started again and I'm just making this up and it's under my armpit, so I don't think I care. So I can't remember exactly now. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. But I did like a super rapid decrease. Like every row I decreased on for a long time until I got down to where
normal is.
I compared it with my Riot sweater because this is the exact same size as my Riot. Like when you lay them out, they line up perfectly. So I was like, well, I like the way my Riot arm fits, you know. So I decreased until it was the same size as the Riot. So I hope it doesn't like look like this like balloon and then I hope it doesn't do that.
It doesn't look like it will.
But we'll see. Like it's a kind of an experiment. And it's such an easy knit. I don't really, like if I have to rip it out a couple times to figure it out, it'll be okay. But yeah, I think it's going to be okay.
It looks like it will be.
But I'm just kind of making that up as I go. And that weird looking like rapid decrease will be under the arm. So I don't think it'll ever show. But yeah, I did try this on and it fits me really well.
It's pretty.
So the yarn is Gloss DK from Knit Picks.
It's part silk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got silk in it.
It's got silk in it. I made...
I think I have a ball actually. Here.
3? No. I've made 2 love notes out of it.
So it's the Gloss DK and it's the colorway is Masala. And it is merino wool and 30% silk. 70 merino, 30 silk.
They're really soft.
Yeah. And it's not super wash. It's a hand wash deal. So, but I will wear this sweater, I think, a lot. If I can get that sleeve to look right, which I hope it's going to work this time. If not, I might have to YouTube, like how to rapid decrease a sleeve or something, you know what I mean? But I hope it looks okay. But it's not like this big fancy sweater that I've put all this work into like without this.
Yeah.
So, you know, if it's not like exactly perfect, like it's okay. As long as it's something comfortable and it looks okay. I don't care if it has like a designer arm. You know, I just want it to fit and be comfortable. If that makes any sense to anybody. Sometimes you just, you know, you just want to wear something. Who cares? Okay, let me get organized here. Got computer cords and all kinds of stuff. Okay, that is all for me on whips. So I'm ready for acquisitions, unless you got more stuff to talk about.
No.
Okay, acquisition time.
This was on sale. It was Webs, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I
bought some too.
I don't know if it's enough to make a big sweater, but I bought 5 or 6 of them.
It's so bright.
Yeah, it's so bright. She says, what are you going to make with that, Mom?
What are you going to wear? Are you going to wear that?
It was so cheap.
Why'd you pick that color?
I don't know. I just kind of liked it. But it would also make the girls some.
Yeah.
It's good yarn. Something will become of it. And then...
I think it would make cute, like, decor of some kind for Christmas. Like...
It could.
Pillow or...
Put it in an napkin.
Something, yeah.
And one of my great-granddaughters was over, stayed on night, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And didn't she... Helen?
Oh.
Didn't she say, I'd like to make it for you to make me a sweater? What was it? I forget how that happened, but anyway, I bought enough of this cotton. This is her favorite color, and we'll see if it gets done by Christmas. Is
it fingering weight? It looks really tiny.
It was white.
Oh, it's a light. It's a DK. Yeah. I guess. Man, it looks little.
It's cotton, so it's not fuzzy.
Yeah, that's true.
To make like a tank.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Oh yeah, that's right. We looked up. I remember that. We looked up little tank tops and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like some cute little Jessie May design tank tops that would be cute for her. Yeah.
And she could wear it like tank top in the summer, but in the winter she could wear a long sleeve shirt under it. And layer.
Or a jacket over it, like a jeans jacket.
Yeah,
that'd be cute.
A layered look.
I remember that now. Cool.
So we'll see.
That's your acquisitions? That's a very Grinchy green.
It is.
She must like
Lime green is her favorite color. So
I remember when I liked lime green.
I thought she would probably.
Yep. Okay, well, I bought some of that Brava as well from Knit Picks during their sale. I bought, this color is
You bought a better color.
Fairy Tale. And I bought, where did I see that color at? Am I crazy?
Over here.
Oh, Tranquil.
What was mine called?
So I bought enough of the Tranquil, I bought enough of each for to make each of my girls a coat. Because they don't have any more knitted sweaters or coats that fit.
Yeah.
They've grown out of them all. And I made so many. I don't know how that's possible, but they've grown out of all of their knitted sweaters. So I'm going to make them the hooded, no, not hooded, zippered jacket that I made last year for Christmas for one of my nephews. That was a really nice coat.
It was a coat.
But that yarn was so thick it hurt my hands. So this yarn is not as dense. I don't think I'll like, because that yarn about killed me to make that coat with. It turned out nice.
Yeah.
But it was rough to do. So this is supposedly the same weight yarn, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels
No,
soft.
that other yarn was a 5. Is that these 5s?
Yeah, that's 5. Bulky weight.
It is bulky weight, yeah.
But
But
it's
no, it's
not
not the
near it.
same.
It's softer, more pliable.
This is just called red.
So I'm going to make them each a coat for this coming winter. So I'm not in a big hurry, but I am going to start those.
Let me ask you, where is Serbia?
I don't know. Sounds like Middle East to me.
It's made in Serbia. There's a whole bunch of little countries over there that I've never heard of.
Me too. When I look at a world map, I'm like, what in the world? I've never heard of that before.
Well, and they've all changed, like since I looked at world maps, you know, when I learned all the countries.
One of our Uber drivers, and when we went to Vegas, and it was really fun, but one of our Uber drivers, he was real nice, and we were talking to him, and he was from Bulgaria.
Well, I've heard of Bulgaria.
Right, but then I looked it up on the map. I was like, I didn't know that's where Bulgaria was.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you hear about it, but then I had no idea where it was.
We always used to talk about the circus people were from Bulgaria. We went to we went to Ringling. What is it? Ringling Bailey, Barnum and Bailey, Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah.
Okay, and took the first litter of kids. And that was one of the things they would announce is from Bulgaria.
Oh, like the acrobats and stuff.
Yeah, the acrobats and the people that rode the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it was cool. They were all
he was
from
super.
Bulgaria.
All his family's back. He's over here working, and all his family, and his wife's pregnant, and she's over there. They want their baby to be born there, so she went back, and he was like, I'm getting ready to leave, and you know, because she's getting ready to have the baby, and it's like a 14-hour plane ride.
I imagine, yeah.
We were like, oh my gosh,
Vegas.
good luck. Yeah. But he was cool. He was nice. But yeah. Speaking of acrobats, we went to see a Cirque du Soleil show. I'd never done that before. That was awesome.
I don't even know what that is. I've never even seen it.
It's like acrobats, and this one was a little bit different for Cirque du Soleil, I think, because it was like kind of a variety show. They had a comedian. It was called Mad Apple, and they had a comedian, and they had acrobats doing just amazing, amazing stuff. They had a guy that did hand puppet, shadow puppets. The whole thing was shadow puppets. It was crazy. He was so good at it. Singers. It was really cool. Dancers, the whole 9 yards. It was awesome. Highly recommend. Okay, anyway, back to my acquisitions. I don't think I showed this last time.
I don't think so.
So Joann Fabrics is now carrying, kind of like how Hobby Lobby does, a collection of hand-dyed yarn. It's like commercial hand-dyed yarn, you know, but it's fingering weight sock yarn at Joann Fabrics, and it's super, super soft. And it's 75% superwash merino and 25% polyamide, which is, I'm assuming, kind of like an acrylic, like almost like nylon or something. So super, super soft. So this was cheap. I forget how much this was, like $13 or something. So I thought, man.
Enough to make a nice sock.
I always need solids.
Yeah.
When I'm making socks, I'm like, man, I just wish I had like some solids so that I could put some heels and toes in. But I don't have any solids. All of my stuff is like specific to make a pair of socks.
Yeah.
So I have like nothing to really pick from. So I thought, I'm just going to buy that since it's cheap yarn. I'm just going to buy it and have it for like when I need a solid to put in something.
I haven't looked at that yarn yet.
So anyway, I bought that for myself. It's just a fun little
sock
on a whim thing. But anyway, that's everything.
Yeah.
Since it's been so long, it feels weird, but I have, we took some footage when the daffodils were all blooming, which I think, at least in the Midwest, I think the daffodils are done. Maybe in maybe in Michigan, they might still be blooming.
Michigan, there might still be some.
But anyway, our daffodils are all done now. because it was all before
Michigan
Easter.
was getting freeze warnings, so I don't know if it freezes them or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, when they were up, we drove around Mom's yard on her Ranger, and the girls went out and picked some daffodils, and I took some video of that, and just like pretty, like Mom's property. And I took a video of my walk that I take a lot around here. I walk in Mom's driveway, and I walk in her neighbor's driveway, and he's got beautiful Bradford pear trees all down his driveway. It's like walking through a estate or something.
Yeah.
So pretty when they're all in bloom. So I took some video of that walk. That was just pretty nature around here. And I took, one day, it was kind of storming here. Actually, we had really bad storms.
We had some bad storms.
We had a really bad tornado around here and stuff. So it might have,
in our county.
it might have even been that day. I can't remember. But anyway, it was storming. It was coming in, and you could hear the thunder like cracking and stuff. But it wasn't quite like where you didn't want to, I didn't feel like I had to take shelter or anything. And there was a big heron on Mom's, it was a heron, wasn't
Oh,
it?
the blue heron.
Yeah, we call it the pterodactyl.
Yeah, so there it is.
She's like, the pterodactyl's here. So he was out there, and the storm was like, cracking.
He was just sitting there.
He's just sitting there hanging out. So I went out there and filmed him, and I got pretty close to him before he got spooked and flew away. But then I got him like big wings flying. I got him flying through the woods, flying away and stuff. It was pretty cool. So we got some cool nature footage to put here at the end. So if you're interested, just hang around and relax. I'll put some nice music in the back.
My other daughter, Laura, and we were sitting on our porch, and I said, look, an eagle. And this humongous bird, I knew it wasn't a buzzard. I thought sure it was an eagle, and I guess it is in the family of an eagle, but it landed in one of our trees beside the pond. And we started looking up, after that was all over. It was a beautiful black and white bird. It looked like an eagle, but it was white all the way down. It did not have the yellow talons.
So it wasn't a bald eagle.
No, it wasn't a bald eagle. It was an osprey, I think that's what it's called.
Okay, I think maybe I've heard of that.
I think that's what it's called.
One time
one
time you guys had a bald eagle, and I tell you what.
We have had 2 or 3 bald eagles.
That thing, we got the binoculars out. That thing's talons were as big as my hand.
Yeah.
And it like wrapped around this branch. They were bright yellow, like.
Yeah, see, this one didn't have those bright yellow.
Oh, and I was like, those talons are massive.
I hope I'm calling that right. Yeah.
I think I've heard of that before. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's it.
It was a beautiful bird.
It's like their yard is like a nature park.
Oh,
Like
we
an
had
estate.
deer. Oh, and the other day we came home and we pulled in the driveway, and the girls was with, but they didn't get to see it. But a red fox ran in front of the car. Really pretty red
I like
fox.
seeing a fox. That's kind of a rare sighting.
Yeah,
Well,
and
for
we've
us.
seen them through the years. I've seen red ones and gray ones.
But it's not like seeing a deer. I mean, we see
No.
deer every.
We see coyotes every little bit too. This was really pretty. It was a red fox.
Cool.
It's like Todd.
Yeah.
movie.
And you got Laney. You got Copper. Oh.
Yeah, I got Copper. Todd Copper.
All right. Well, hope everybody had a good Easter. And sorry we were away so long.
Yeah.
Life happens,
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you in 3 weeks this
Hopefully.
time.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Don't hold
I'll
your
have
breath.
something finished.
Don't hold your breath, but we'll
You
try.
might have a couple things finished.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
If I get back in my groove, I should.
Yeah, kind of down.
I'm not down. I
No,
just
you're just
not in the
committed.
mood.
Yeah,
You know,
from
not
yeah.
in the mood. But
Okay.
anyway, okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away, somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. best of cover